again, impressive series of user told this year. I think compared to 1 year, there's been an incredible progress. So very proud of that. So Luca, what's next on Zenoh?
Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Luca Cominardi, I'm the head of technology here at ZettaScale, so I'm leading R&D activities for Zenoh. So what's next? So we have seen what people have been using Zenoh for, but there are quite a few activities that are already going on in Zenoh. The most important one, I would say, at least as a flagship activity, is we are targeting the release 1.0.0 for Zenoh. And this we are targeting as a graduation release for Zenoh as part of the Eclipse. And we are targeting this release for Q1 of next year, so 2024. So this is going to be a huge milestone for Zenoh and for all the users, I believe, that they're using Zenoh, because help us validating the maturity of Zenoh, as we have seen today. And this graduation release from Eclipse will really give us the official stamp from release that we are out of the incubation phase and we are a mature project. So we are working hard for that and expected this to happen in Q1 2024. Next to release 1.0.0, we have been working on quite a wide set of features. So I'm just going to through to some of those here today. So those are features that are not ready yet. So we are working on that. We got the team that is working on that. And one of the features that has been requested many times is access control. So we already have, for example, through the bridges, some sort of access control, right, to allow to deny certain topics like key expression that can be exposed from, for example, over the cloud, etc. But this is not a generalized behavior for Zenoh yet. And we also want to go beyond just a whitelisting or blacklisting of this expression, but to have some kind of access control based also, for example, for some identities, for example, based on certificates, or for example, with some token. This goes beyond what we already have as of today, that is TLS mutual authentication, as presented at the beginning of this meeting by Angelo, or for example, user password authentication, that those kind of access control are all or nothing. So we want to provide now, and we are working on that, to provide fine-grained access control per key expression. So another important work that is going on in Zenoh, that we are porting the full Zenoh implementation from Async-std to Tokio. For the people who have been more familiar with Async-std at Tokio were, basically, there were two types of async runtimes and frameworks that were fighting. Let's say that they were fighting for the leadership position a few years ago when we started doing Zenoh. And for performance reasons, at the time we went for Async-std. That's also one big kudos for the performance that we have got in Zenoh. It's also thanks to Async-std. But apparently the full ecosystem community now is moving to Tokio. And Tokio has matured well enough today, also in terms of performance, that we carry on a re-evaluation of those frameworks that happened a few months ago. And Tokio now provides the same level of performance of Async-std, with additional benefit of having a full ecosystem that is developed by the community, like telemetry, tracing, profiling, etc., etc. So there is ongoing effort. We are moving Zenoh from Async-std to Tokio. I expect this to be in for the next release. Then we are working together with other partners, for example, just naming two presenters today, with Intrinsic for Rust and new protocol with the GM, how to improve shared memory support. So shared memory is already available in Zenoh. We got, thanks for new use cases requirements and some rework that we are doing with the protocol, how to improve shared memory compared to what we already have now. So we're planning to have an improved shared memories that we can support more topologies, more use cases, and as well as to have a more out-of-the-box easy experience for shared memory as of today. Then we are also working on a JavaScript and TypeScript API. This is in the making here. It's quite small. I don't think that you can easily see, but this is just a code snippet of what's going on for JavaScript and TypeScript API that would allow to have Zenoh also in the browser. So the goal that we have for Zenoh is to be able to compile Zenoh in WASM and to have an API, a JavaScript and TypeScript API that you can use in the browser. So native Zenoh experience also in the browser via WASM. And what we are compiling to WASM is actually Zenoh Pico via mscript and support. Then we are progressing and continuing the support for Kotlin, Java, and Android. We already had first support for Kotlin and Android. We want to make it more solid, right? So move it out from the alpha version, experimental version that we had. And we are introducing Java support as well, okay? So native Kotlin support and native Java support. This is one of the features that has been requested quite a lot from users, okay? That is, what if we've got my big payload that I'm transmitting and I want just to attach some metadata to it? For example, if you are in performance-sensitive applications, you don't want to reserialize your payload. You want just to attach to your data some metadata you want to carry over and to retrieve it on the other side. And that's what we call the user attachment. So we are quite advanced in this feature. We are going to provide initial support for user attachment for Rust, C, and C++ first. And then we are going to provide also the support for other APIs like Python and Kotlin and Java, for example. Then we are reworking our plugin management system. Okay, so last year we heavily focused on stabilizing the API, the user API, so the API that you use to declare subscriber, to write data, to subscribe to data. But we didn't stabilize yet the plugin API. Okay, so what was going on now with the teams that we are stabilizing the plugin management API in such a way you can also write your plugin in such a way that it can expose its actual status. For example, to ease the management when you have it in a platform, or to know, for example, more fine-grained status for the plugin. And as part of the protocol improvement that we are doing, one important point is that we are also improving the routing in the sense that we are going to optimize even further the overhead that you can have over the network, specifically for clients, and specifically, again, for embedded devices like with Zenoh Pico. So we are targeting as the second batch of wire-breaking changes that we're doing for the protocols, also take advantage to introduce some improvement on that respect. Then something that you are is MBFT reliability. It has quite a cryptic name, so this is been quite a debate here in the team how we want to call it. Let's keep it cryptic in such a way you are forced to understand what it does. So the idea is, let's have a non-blocking fault-tolerant reliability for end-to-end reliability in such a way that is non-blocking. So I don't want to go into all the details here, but just the bottom line here, we're introducing a new mechanism for reliability in Zenoh that is end-to-end, and that targets failures not only on the link per se, but also to be resilient to changes in the topology. And the last slide about what we are working on right now is to add raw Ethernet support specifically for Zenoh Pico for embedded scenarios. So to work directly over Ethernet and to be able to send Ethernet frames that directly contain Zenoh messages, such a way you can significantly reduce the overhead in embedded constraints networks, but as well, for example, to improve the compatibility and to be more friendly with some network scheduling, like what would happen time-sensitive networking, so TSN networks. You can tune what kind of key expression are mapped to what kind of parameters for the underlying network to ease the scheduling of the whole system. So with this, I finished the quick carousel of what we're going on. So I don't think that you have seen this slide yet. So if you're attending this this user meeting, you haven't started yet the Zenoh GitHub repositories, please do it, because it's something that makes you happy.
Yeah, much happier.
Yes, much happier,
of course.
Exactly.
Okay, so lots of good things coming up. A few more that have not been discussed of which obviously Cannes is on our wish list. We'll see what we'll do on that.